Hi everyone, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 9, September the 9th, and it's for Scraptember and the 30 days of sketches. It has been a wonderful month creating all of these lovely scrapbook pages. I know that Scraptember, they have something for you to add to your pages, like some sort of an inspiration, but I am just doing the sketches. I'm not even looking, to be honest with you, I just didn't have time to look and coordinate it all. So I'm just doing the sketches. Now, I pre-planned these pages and I put all my embellishments in a little bag like you saw. And for this page, I thought I was going to do it on the side like you see it here. The photos that I have are kind of old. They're from 91, 92. I guess they were 92s. And I got to thinking about it. And, the photos that are on the sketch, I think they're 3x4. So I just trimmed these down to 4x4. And then they work perfectly if I turn them the right way. I was just having difficulty making it look right. So that's why I decided to trim down the photos. To me, it's a little scary to do that because these are not digital, as you could probably tell. And I don't have easy access to them. I do have the negatives, but it is such a pain in the, to get the negatives out or try. Okay, first find the negatives and then have them printed out because I'm not quite sure how to do that yet. I haven't had to do it, but I know eventually I will. Now, what I did and what I've done with all of these pages, for the foundation page, I went through some of my papers that I thought were, I think that the way that I usually started is I look at the sketch and I looked at the photos that I thought might go well with that sketch. And I am one to kind of look at the number of photos that are on the sketch, and I kind of go for it. Some people aren't that way, but I certainly am. And so I had these two photos, and they're old. As I said, they're pretty old. It's never too late to scrapbook old photos because this daughter is 30 years old now, and I'm still working on her baby album. Now, the other two girls I have, their baby albums are completely done, but for whatever reason, my oldest one, that's so sad. The oldest one, she didn't get her baby album done. She probably has 4 or 5 times more photos as the other two, but yeah, so I don't have hardly any of her baby album completed. And then, so once I got my photos, then I look at the colors in the photo, and then I try to visualize, what colors I would want this to be. So the shower curtain in that was a peach color. Her little pajamas were pink and white, and I really like the blue. For some reason, for this month, I am really drawn to the blue. And I just went through my scraps of these colors, and this is what I came up with. And even though they are from so many different collections, it all works awesome. I love the way that it works. Scrapbooking is so versatile. It really is. You can be as creative as you want. Now, one thing that I did on this page that I haven't done in a long while, and I don't even know why I did it with this one, is, you see that whenever I started the video, the foundation papers were already glued together, and that included 2 photo corners. I normally don't do that, but for whatever reason, I wanted to do it, and I like it. It looks good. And so that's why it is what it is. So I love putting my clusters together. I think that's my favorite thing to do. I don't mind spending lots of time doing this. I love going through all my things and putting things together. I never consider scrapbooking as a race. So I take my time. I just put colors and textures and, dimensions together. Yeah, it's so much fun. So let me kind of describe. There are some close-ups of my of this layout at the end, but on this one, over on the left-hand side, there's a really dark element, and it says "Wild Child," and underneath it, it's the word "laugh." And these little pink flowers are what I had cut out of some papers that were left over. As you can see, the circles, you see those pink flowers. I had some paper that was left over, so I just went ahead and trimmed those out. And I'm going to use those as part of my embellishments throughout the page, as you can see up there near the title. And then over on the upper right-hand corner, there is a flare. It's purple, and it says Run Wild. And underneath it is the word smile. So I knew that that purple needed some friends on the page, so I did pull some of these round stickers. I don't know. Yeah, I think I add a couple purple dots there next to the stars. Yeah, it really, I thought this went together very well. Now, I am not an enamel dot fan, and I don't use these enamel dots like normal people do. I don't use them on the pages, at least not on this page. I'm going to make them as the center of those flowers. And those enamel dots are a navy, and the little dots next to the stars are actually a purple. Now, I also have some little white flowers. I got those from Hobby Lobby. Those, oh man, how many came in there? There were so many. Let me see if I can figure out. See how many it says. It says it's $3.99, and I know I got it for half price. Oh, there were 60 of them. So, and I probably have 25 left. So, yep, about time to go get some more. Now, my title, this Toilet Paper Bandit, you know, kids are so funny. I don't know why she decided to do this, but it was, you know, it's one of those things like you don't want her to do it, but my gosh, it was so cute. So, of course, I have to get a picture of it. And, of course, I have to scrap it. But then what was I going to title it? But I thought Toilet Paper Bandit was perfect for this. Now, I did use a die. I love alpha dye. I have maybe 3 or 4 different sizes or fonts, and I am looking for another one. I would like one that is tall and thin. So I have one that's tall and thin, but not that tall and thin. I want something kind of medium and thin. Maybe that's what I mean to say. And so I am looking for another die. I know that the dies cost, you know, it can go from $15 to $40 for a set of alpha. But I can tell you this, you spend $5, $6 on a set of, you know, of like foam alpha or chipboard, and it doesn't take long before that is, you know, $40. So I certainly use them a lot. I love my Big Shot. I love cutting out dies. I do it all the time. And sometimes I do a lot of like batch cutting. So I'll cut a bunch of flowers out. I highly recommend that because, well, some people don't use flowers on their pages, but I do. I use a lot, as you can see on this one. Yeah, and what I did on those little pink flowers is I kind of bent up the petals, and it gives a little bit more of a dimension. Now the chipboard, I think the only chipboard I have on this page is that little label, I guess, is that what you would call that I put the word adore on it. I have no idea where I got that from. I don't know which collection, but I really love the color. I thought it worked perfect. And as you know, when you have chipboard, you really need to use wet glue because they do lose their adhesive once they've been in your albums for a bit. Now, I didn't put the months, the actual months, because I thought she was 8 months here, but then as I looked on the back of the photo, I realized she was 11 months. So I go back and fix that. And here is the close-up of my page really fast. And then there's going to be some still shots as well. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining me. Make sure you check out the other ladies that are participating. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. If you've not already subscribed, I'd love to have you. Anyway, I will see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.